here in the Leards Forest, and we're here to protest on the front lines the expansion of open-cut coal mines.
Oh, that's it. That's the word. Community.
Community, yeah.
A sense of doing things together.
Well, this is part of the largest expansion of the coal industry in New South Wales at the moment, in the Liverpool Plains, and we're looking at losing over 4,000 hectares of public land, native forest, to make way for 3 open-pit coal mines and kicking out, a quarter of the local community. Potentially the community of Maules Creek may not exist if mining expansion continues in this area. So it's the greatest threat that this community faces, and I think it's something that we all should be worried about, because a massive new coal mine means we're getting further and further away from a path to a sustainable future, to avoiding dangerous climate change.
Alright, so I guess what the camp is about and whatever else other issues that you feel are related to what we're doing here today.
Well, this is my first time. I'm Benny Zabel from Nimbin, and I've come up here to see what's happening here, bear witness, and to see what this mine is. And yesterday I saw, just how it's all surrounded with the mine, and there's a little bit of forest here. I mean, you got to see it to believe it. What's going on, the immensity of this mine and its devastation.
Business. The government in Australia is really about how to manage big business in this country, and that's what the Prime Minister does.
To shut down the fossil fuel industry and to protect the environment and
it's like, what is next, How much can we do? And like what you were saying, it's like, if we do wake up tomorrow, or today, like we're waking up today, like we can do anything. We can stop it. Like we have to stop it. We have to. Like this, we're gone.
What's happening to our earth, the poisoning of our waters, our rivers, the air, and the heat that's being built up into the atmosphere, which is melting the ice caps. And we don't know what the future is. We just know that the species are going by the wayside, and
people are starting to look at the things that the governments are doing that just don't make any logical sense. It doesn't matter how many ways you think about it. They don't make logical sense, and so people are starting to go, well, hang on, that doesn't make sense. I know what the media is saying, and I know what the government's saying, and on one level, you can believe that, but it still doesn't make sense.
We're taking the federal government to court for having approved these mines on the basis of false and fraudulent information provided to them by the mining company about the environmental damage that they're going to do. And we'll be continuing a campaign of direct action. But the other really important part of our campaign is to bring light to the banks that are investing in these projects. ANZ Bank, Commonwealth Bank, NAB, a number of international hedge funds like Farallon and Noonday and the Co-op Group, as well as for Idemitsu, the Japanese Bank for International Cooperation. So campaigners in Japan have been talking to them about the fact that these mines breach their own policies not to damage critical forests. So we'll be continuing to push on all of that and continuing to take action. It's the end of the coal age now, and the coal industry is on its way out, and we have to ensure that our beautiful public forests and our rural communities aren't the collateral damage that is sacrificed to the mining juggernaut in 2013.
Camp is just about bringing everyone together, I think. Bringing these passionate people. It's so amazing that we've all travelled 8, 9, 10, 12, how many hours to get here. People from Brisbane, people from Blue Mountains, Sydney, all around. and it's like bringing this passion into like one spot, like, and it's so ironic because you've got like this huge thing going on there and you can just hear it, but like here it's so peaceful.
Really inspiring to be here and to see all these people that are actually trying to make a change for the better. I think we haven't done that for a long time as a whole sort of group of people or a generation, but yeah, I think this is a really good start.
Yeah, to stand up for our health and the well-being of the community, which extends beyond us, and also of the ecosystem, which is our home. So, yeah. But everyone has their different roles. Like personally, I feel like my role, my purpose, what I want to do is create more community within our community, because we're so separated in like this big world, especially in cities and stuff. So yeah, bring people together and make us recognize what we have in common and to acknowledge and appreciate that. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel it to be here and to be positive, you know, with our hearts and voices, empowering each other, working together, unifying all the different strategies and sects and you know, potential factions into one unity, one movement, and then just
sweet, just catching up with old mates and being reminded that the crew is large and the force is strong. That's fucking beautiful. Yeah, I don't know, checking in with where old buddies are at, making sure they're, you know, supported in their intentions. Yeah, beautiful sharing. Last night, dance floor, the stage, all of it was just divine. Such a, like, I don't know, just a great expression from a whole bunch of different people, very honest and very real, very accepting of small mistakes, because we know there's greater beauty in each of the people. It's quite nice.
Oh, you going to the car? Yeah. I need to go to the car. I need to go to the house.
It's strengthening community, bringing it together through food, through growing food, and through rebuilding our connection with the earth. And I think that you know, for people to get in contact with the earth from which their food comes, to experience that growth and the joy of consuming it after all that time is like, it's a life-changing experience that really binds us to the land we live on and really can change our whole perspective, and which will change our behaviour, make us much more aware of the way we behave and what we put out and what we take in. And so for me, that's what I want to sort of bring. That's the awareness that I want to help build in the human consciousness of today. Yeah.
Come for a beer with us, please. Under a big fat tall tree. Really, really big. Tall. Sit on the drink a beer.
To me, coming to these camps is the best thing. When you come to a camp, not only are you getting together with people and discussing the issues, but you're bearing witness. And they're the best bunch of people because they do care, they do want to know what's going on. What you read and what you get off the box or the internet and so forth, is great, but the best thing is to see for yourself, form your own opinion and take action, empower yourselves, ourselves.
To do that, each one of us individually has to make that step. We have to realise that as ourselves, we are empowered in ourselves, and then merging together, it becomes a huge movement. So yeah, I feel really positive. I feel really hopeful, and I don't know. It feels great being here. I feel at home here. It's good. We're gonna get some shit done.
Most of these songs are just improvisations on a theme, so sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't.
It's going to multiply in the areas and to other people, and eventually it'll just make the world a better place. That's my little bit that I'm trying to do on a personal level, is try and help people and try and learn sort of some of the old ways of doing that. And some of the things that are around us that people aren't really aware of. And I think if you can get rid of resentment and hate and fear in people's hearts there, it's gonna lead into a good example of love. I think mankind's pretty sick at the moment. That's pretty obvious. I think there's a lot to be done.
Once again, we can choose a choice. The way they put their dollar, which is the ultimate power in this capitalistic, fucked up society.
What I've been doing over the years is developing costume and the visual presentation at protests, through these camps, crafting, something that's really communicates to the mainstream, to everybody. And this here is the dark side of humanity, because it reminds me, as well as everybody around me, that we're killing the environment. And this one is focused on fossil fuels.
Represents the bird kingdom on the front lines. I rescued him. He's got an injured wing, so he can't fly properly.
Right on.
Nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. If I die, my soul be lost. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Well, if I die, my soul be lost. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Well, if I die, my soul be lost. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. Well, if I die, nobody's fault but mine. My mama taught me how to sing. My mama taught me how to sing. Where I die, my soul be lost. My mama taught me how to sing. My mama taught me how to fly, Lord, now. My mama taught me how to fly. Where if I die, my soul be lost. My mama taught me how to fly. Nobody's far from mine. Nobody's far from mine. Where if I die, my soul be lost. Nobody's far from mine. Mama taught me how to do well now. Nobody taught me how to live. Where if I die, my soul be lost. No mama taught me how to pray. My mama taught me how to pray, Lord, now. My mama taught me how to pray. Well, if I die, my soul be lost. My mama taught me how to pray. My mama taught me how